beat. Let's see.
September 15th to 21st is Asthma Peak Week, with the highest concentration of asthma flare-ups and hospitalizations. To become a more active participant in your care, visit luma-edu.com. This message is brought to you by Amgen and AstraZeneca.
Tablet is under attack. I can't get his radio station on my transistor. I'm getting the Asian station that he's right around, but they're not letting KBLA 1580 come in. So I'm not getting the black man. So let Tablet know he's under attack. Cyber attack, racist attack, fascist attack, but he's under attack. And they doing something to disrupt his radio station, so they won't get the truth out to us.
Hey, it's Travis. We appreciate all that love, let me tell you, because we may very well be under attack on all sides. Just because you don't believe in conspiracy theories don't mean they ain't after you. But in reality, sometimes stuff happens with the signal from the studio to the tower, which sends our programming to your car, home, office, or
What up, y'all?
transistor radio.
Let's get busy.
Download the KBLA 1580 app. The sound is clear as a bell, all day, all night, anywhere in the world, from Los Angeles to Lagos. So, we love all of our listeners, no matter how you hear us. But when you download the KBLA 1580 app and hear that richness, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. But don't take my word for it. Download the KBLA 1580 app right now. I'm Tavis Smiley, and I approve this message.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story. So she's driving me insane, just transparent on the grave. She keeps playing silly games, and I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
So when you enter a cult, and a narcissistic relationship is a cult of one, so I'm going to refer to Mark Vicente, what he taught me about cult psychology. You develop a cult self. As the narcissist or the cult, splits you. At an unconscious level, you consent to this and you engage in self-splitting. You carve a piece of yourself off for them. And it's possible that what you've done in the relationship is you've created a more resilient false self to deal with their abusive false self that just dissociated from pain. The relationship has ended, you've stopped using your cult self, your narcissistic survival self, and now you're back to your authentic self, and you're thinking, wow, that really hurt, and I'm going through a lot of emotional dysregulation. So when you enter a cult, and a narcissistic relationship is a cult of one, so I'm going to refer to Mark Vicente, what he taught me about cult psychology. You develop a cult self as the narcissist or the cult splits you. At an unconscious level, you consent to this and you engage in self-splitting. You carve a piece of yourself off for them. And it's possible that what you've done in the relationship is you've created a more resilient false self to deal with their abusive false self that just dissociated from pain. The relationship has ended.
So it's really interesting, the adjectives that are being used to describe narcissists. But the adjectives that might be used to describe people who are not considered, narcissists. What is it? Imposter syndrome? What is it? Like, they use these nicer words, or they frame it differently. But I'm telling you, on a spiritual level, as a matter of fact, welcome back. The Voice of Reason is back in the building. I'm so happy to be back. I had a couple of days off during the middle of the week. I'm back for my Friday, which is today, to continue the work that the Voice of Reason has been doing. Now, I played that clip not so as to talk about narcissists, right? I'm really trying to open you guys up to understand that the way narcissists are being framed is like those people over there. And what I'm basically trying to tell you is, number one, there are more narcissists than we actually know. We have to be honest about that. I mean, these are guesstimations and estimations, but every time they start to really do the work and drill down, they start to say, it could be more than what we previously believed there were, right? Dr. Ramani is basically saying, 1 in every 6 people you meet, right? But what I'm also trying to point out is narcissists aren't the only people who need supply, right? And so what's interesting here is that guy framed it like the narcissist has a cult self. But wouldn't that fit Carl Jung's mask of the persona? The mask we wear, the mask actually means persona, like our personality. Right? And what's interesting is, unlike a weave or a wig, when you get home and you pull it off, you like, I'm behind closed doors. I'm in my home. I'm in the comfort of my home. I can get comfortable, right? Well, I'm gonna pull these tracks out, or I'm gonna take my braids out, or, you're at home, right? But most people, when they're in intimate relationships, and even when they're at home, never pull that mask off. And that leads us to tonight's topic. You've heard of the saying, which I think is toxic, happy wife, happy life. I think that's exceedingly toxic. I also think that the way we frame our conversations, we frame it from the position that we believe in. A lot of times we do not stand in an objective space to kind of understand both sides. No, we lean towards our personal beliefs and values. And this is why I do this show. But you've heard of that. Happy life, happy wife. Tonight's topic, double life equals man and wife. A deeper look at the multifaceted consequences of living on the DL. What do you mean living on the DL? Are you talking about cheating and sneaking out on each other? Well, that's one type of DL. See, let me just say, social media and all this marketing and everybody's talking, right, that kind of DL, right? Everybody talks about that, but nobody talks about the financial down low. If you have, right, a secret bank account, are you on the financial down low? Could it wreak as much havoc? What about spiritual down low? We had a sister call in. I don't know if she called in on. The sister called in and basically said she had been faking being a vegan to her husband. She cooked vegan food, eat vegan food with her husband, with the kids, feed them. But then when she went out with her girlfriends, she would eat what she can't eat round him. That's the DL. And what's interesting is if you go on Google and you type in the DL lifestyle, it's going to come up and it's going to villainize black men. It's going to say, well, black men, faking to be heterosexual are going out being with other men while they're married. The definition of the DL is the black man. But if I can point out, just like as the sister was on the DL with her diet, I know brothers personally and sisters who have several bank accounts that their significant other knows nothing about. That's the financial DL. Double life, happy man and wife. Is everything supposed to be known? Right? A deeper look at the multifaceted consequences of living on the DL. There are multiple types of DL here. What are some unintended consequences associated with living a double life in regard to your emotional and spiritual state? Are you betraying a higher spiritual calling to follow your religion and ultimately appease friends and family? Is this considered spiritual fawning? Like, I got to make sure everybody else is happy, so I can't participate in the belief system that I want to. Are you on the down low spiritually? That's a heavy question, right? What if you're with your partner because they bring a certain amount of emotional security, emotional safety, even financial safety, but you get your sexual rocks off somewhere else? And it doesn't have to be homosexual. It could be heterosexual, either or, whatever the construct of your relationship is, right? There are a lot of people on the DL in some way, shape, or form. If you can't be vulnerable, by definition, you're on the DL. Can't open up, you're on the down low. That's an interesting way to look at it. Right? Could our hidden desires be considered snapshots of the conditioning we received in childhood and of our unhealed wounds? Well, I'm not going to talk about it. We're in a relationship together, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to open up. How long does it take certain people to open up and share when they're living a double life? Right? Have you ever taken your significant other around your boys and she notices that you act a lot different around them than you do? I'm just so in her, I've seen it a few times. They be looking at me like, oh, so this is who you are right here when I see you with them.
For the lady.
I'm just asking, are you living a double life? I want to know what you guys think. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. The voice of reason has returned to KBLA. We about to get it lit. You already know I run through questions, but we love to get your perspective on tonight's topic. Get in here, 1-800-920-1580. Hey, Port Chuckley, tell your mama I said what's up. Tell your mama I said have that cream of wheat ready when I get to the crib. I need lumps in mine. Nutmeg, cinnamon, butter. Maybe a little pet milk. Guns and butter. Guns and butter. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Come on now. And you already know, this is the behind the scenes. So there are going to be times where it's going to be a little quiet. That's because we're behind the scenes. All right? That's where we at, behind the scenes, okay? But listen, I've been gone for most of the week. I would love for you guys to support the channel. Please hit the like button, share button, all of that. And you can Cash App me directly. Moderators, can you assemble and put my Cash App in the chat so people can support? $sign Zowat Netter. $sign Zowat Netter. Go to my Cash App. Drop some change on my Cash App. Please. Support, support, support. Hit the like button. Or you can hit the $sign at the bottom of the chat and support the channel here. Here we go. Oh, we still got time. All right. Everybody does what? Everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. 20 people can hit the like button. That's why I want y'all to call in and talk to me. Shout out DC. We love you, Zoe. DC, what up? Glitch, who are you? How you come into somebody's house and ask them who they are? No, let them talk for a minute. I just want to. You walk in my house and go, "Who are you?" Me? I'm me. I'm the me of this house. What the fuck? Yeah, this is going crazy.
Secrets are all around us. You're probably keeping a secret right now. When we keep a secret, we're often trying to protect something. Maybe we're trying to protect ourselves and our reputation or what other people think of us, or maybe we're trying to protect someone we care about. But when we hold back from other people, it's not always protecting the thing that we're hoping to protect, and it often brings harm to our personal health and well-being. It can feel really isolating, and it can feel like it's something you should be ashamed of. And feelings of shame are one of the most toxic emotions that we can have for our health. When we feel ashamed, we feel like we're a bad person and that there's nothing we can do to change that. But also, that secret is going to be on your mind quite frequently, and your mind is going to return to that secret time and time again. We're living with those secrets alone in our thoughts, and when we choose to be alone with something, we often don't develop the healthiest way of thinking about that thing. Once you better understand how your secrets are hurting you, you can have a better sense of how you can...
Listen, would we hide so much from our significant others if we didn't hide from ourselves? In what ways do we scapegoat our shadow selves for the purpose of seeming extremely happy? That's what social media has done for many people. Social media is the mask that Carl Jung was talking about for many people. Would we hide so much from our significant others if we didn't hide so much from ourselves? Right? This is a heavy conversation. And oftentimes it's framed as if men are just on the down low. And it's talking about homosexuality and heterosexuality and bisexuality. I'm speaking even deeper. No diddy. I'm talking about the things you hide that cause you to prepare a particular type of image for your significant other. Do they know the real you? Right? Oftentimes men hold it together because we've been conditioned to, but when we lose it, we may have heard something from our female significant other, our woman. She may have said something like, I don't know who you are anymore. Well, okay, that's fair. But in what ways do women do the exact same thing to men? Doesn't have to be physical, doesn't have to be aggressive, but in what ways do women obfuscate the truth of who they are from the men they're with? In effect, living a double life. Double life, happy man and happy wife. See, I know people are coming into this live and listening to this radio show thinking, I'm talking about the down low, oh, the scandalous, oh, he was, that's one aspect of the down low. I've been married to him for 20 years, and I just found out that he was on the other side. Yes, that's one kind of being on the other side. There are many other kinds. We gave you financial infidelity. We gave you emotional infidelity. What if the person at my job understands me better than you, both emotionally and psychologically? What if they give me better advice than you do? What if they're a better listener than you are? Huh? What if they're more empathetic than you are? How many people have set up a double life to be able to extrapolate that supply from the house husband or the work husband and the work wife because they supplement that person in a way that their wife or husband can't? Is that not a double life? Can we get triggered together? Get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 1-800-920-15. I just want to know. See, because like I said, if we go online and we look up the down low, it's going to say African American men. So now I ask the question, can women live on the down low as well? Huh? How does the DL phenomenon manifest differently, especially in relation to societal and familial expectations? In what ways do women conceal their true desires, identities, or spiritual paths to maintain social acceptance? That's a type of DL. And nobody wants to be honest about it. Nobody wants to be truthful about it. But can women live on the DL as well? Doesn't mean you're secretly a lesbian. Doesn't mean that. It means, what if you're wearing a mask even in your most intimate moments? It's about to be deep. Is it possible to be on the spiritual down low? People say, well, what